Hey guys, and welcome back to Stories Untold. We had some issues last time, but we're moving on. Apparently it's a known bug that the CC86 X-ray machine just doesn't work. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass that I have to play back through to here, but never mind. So, we've got our X-ray at last.
Cerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please.
Intracranial pressure is too high.
The drill, please.
Yeah, it's turned on. Goddamn. I need to wait for this to charge up to be able to turn it off again. Like, the drill is on. So, do I have to be on
Can we get
different
this on the
TV
screen,
mode?
please?
Yeah.
Mr. Asian, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a surgical drill doesn't look like that, but I could be wrong. Oh, we're back in the house, eh? It's 10:05. This is when we started. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mum, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and, as usual, you don't recognize a living soul. Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mum and Dad. There's a door to the hall. Talk to... I don't know what you're trying to use. Talk. Fine. Go to... hall. Push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever. Only this time the folks put a great big banner up across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned in almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Look around. Same as ever. Stairs, door to the living room, and door to the kitchen. I guess we're going to have to go upstairs, but let's see if the door to the red X is still there. They say all the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen's full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table and the party's in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Well, we can solve that. Maybe later. God damn it. There's a utility room and writing on the wall. Also, Jen's here, signaling you. Look at wall. For fuck's sake. Read writing. Happy New Year 1986 on another banner. Weird place to hang it. Go to utility room. Just as you're about to head inside the utility room, Jen places her hand on your shoulder. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you're enjoying the party. Of course we are. Tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy anyone, anyway, and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Take. Drink. She speaks up over the din, asking you to... yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Pour Jen a drink, and one for yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks you if you have everything sorted for the big trip. No. You tell her no, but as usual, everything is last minute. Another hug. Your family have really gone out their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective, and maybe not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Jen's disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding, and smiling at approving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. Drink! pouring down another drink. Anything to keep the night moving along. But go to the utility room now. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskies. Ceiling-to-floor racks. A collector. Although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle here with a ribbon around it and a card. It's a card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room around you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. Is there anything else to see? Okay. Take wine. Okay, yeah, Dad would probably kill us if we took his fancy wines. Presenting it to the Pope, you know. Good whiskey. Take a swig. It's probably the best and strongest you've tasted. Ever. Just... wow. Drink more. Drink. Oh, come on. Let's get smashed in the cellar alone. Okay. Right, go to kitchen. You head back to the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That's one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give the thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Go to hall. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, and you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. What the hell? She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Like this. Go to the living room. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Talk. Look at... yeah, I'm hearing like hospital noises. Run. I don't think we can do it. Oh, it's her.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did
The empty whiskey bottle.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Yep, because he killed his sister because he got drunk. He's back in for it. Standing in the hallway, something has stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. No. Go to... You're sure your keys are in the living room? No, I don't want to take the keys. The living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various groups are sat on chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mum is pouring drinks in. Drinks cabinets, of course. Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son, off to America. She gives you a hug. Aww. Talk to Dad. Is there anyone else here we can talk to? A coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Look at coats. You search for all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. I don't want to do this. Help to Mum again. Okay, she's not helping. Go to hall. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning, and no one else is in any fit state to drive. You can handle it though. You know the road like the back of your hands, don't you? Go upstairs, have a sleep. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jen yells, hurry up. Talk to Jen. She thanks you for taking you home, even if it has taken you ages to find your keys. For the love of God, I don't want to do this, but I guess the story mandates it. Hug Jen. Okay. Go outside. You open the front door and head out into the freezing night. Cold air hits you. You're glad, this is like the Arctic place. You're glad you have your jacket with you. There's a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house. The car sits at the front of the house. Go to yard. She sighs and comically taps her feet. Apart from the little light escaping from the party indoors, the yard is pitch black. You used to love stargazing here. You stumble around the darkness looking for the perfect spot to take in the majesty of the night sky. The trusty old generator is here, working away. The sky is majestic. Look at stars. You gaze up at the night sky. For some reason, you don't recognize any of the star patterns tonight. Turn off generator? While that would be a hilarious prank, you think better plunging the house into darkness. Okay, go to the front. Jennifer looks relieved as you head back round to the front of the house. Okay. Look around. Crisp snow, cold air, and dark. Let's get this over with. She needs to get home, but she also wanted a final bit of brother and sister time before you leave. Aww. Can we talk to her again? No. Okay. Drive Jen home. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get in car. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you maybe to use the key in your hand. I knew it was going to tell me that. Unlock car. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside. The car is freezing. As you fumble with your seatbelts, your sister opens up the car glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you it's for when you return. Note. The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get power and lights on. Also, found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy." What was it we unwrapped when... way back? Get out of the car. I want to go upstairs. The car doesn't... for fuck's sake. Yes, I know we have to turn on the car, I figured some things went without saying. Ignite, that's not the word. Turn on the car. Try to turn the ignition with sheer will. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's taking the piss now. Use key on car. It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. Turn the key in the ignition, and the car roars to life. Drive carefully. The car squeals, but I think Jen would realize by now that something's wrong. She stares. Really? Move! Release. Brake. You very hesitantly release the handbrake. Put car in gear. Put the car in gear. For fuck's sake, this thing it does automatically. And pull out the driveway like a first-time driver. You shouldn't be happening. I am driving, very drunk, on the road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. It shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. Stop. You didn't stop the car, did you? You should have. Oh. Oops. Let's go right, because that's the sort of dumb thing we would do. As you start to turn right, the startled Jen grabs the wheel. It's left, not right. Confident that you're on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. That's not what really happened though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen's hitting you. It's hitting your arm and yelling at you. Crazy sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming slowly at you. Coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion. Swerve. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with your car. The
James,
outside
for
joins
fuck's
the
sake, pull
inside. The whole world around you begins to scream.
James!
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
You wake up in the car, the world's upside down, your seatbelt struggles against gravity trying to hold you in your seat. The impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into your car from the engines. You're in grave danger. You have to get out of here. The car is broken beyond repair. The windows are smashed and there's wreckage all around. You're both wearing your seatbelts. Ah, the wreckage of the spaceship. And I guess these floating lights, are they supposed to represent the headlights? Undo seatbelts. Undo seatbelt. Use seatbelts, maybe? You release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. Use Jen's seatbelt. You've already taken off the... You've taken off your seatbelt? Does that say you or I? It has saved your life. It saved your life. Whiskey bottle. Look around again. Okay. Crawl out. Open the door. Squeeze through the wreckage and fall on your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car is smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You're standing holding a whiskey and your dad's note. Flashing lights are approaching in the distance. So the note changed. The note's always changing. Now it reads, "Get through this, James. I don't care if you want to or not." Put bottle in blue car. What good is pouring it out here going to do, James? You still have the bottle. Go to the blue car. The door is jammed. You don't have time to be messing around like this, James. Cat. Blue car. The hazard lights are blinking, and fumes are rising from the engine. But through the smashed windows, you can see the motionless driver. Door key on driver. If the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle's contents onto the driver, and you toss the incriminating evidence onto his passenger seat. A circle of flashing lights surround you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Collapse, I guess. Sorry, you're not making any sense. Talk to me. You tried to talk, but you're not making any sense. As you approach the man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer, while the pain in your head increases. You fall to the ground.
You're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember, it was all your fault. I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it?
Yep.
Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James.
It's all our fault.
Say it. Tell them.
Say it. Just say it.
Listen to yourself.
It has to end, James. Do you not understand? This episode you're having must come to an end.
Dr. Alexander is always watching remotely. I don't know if anyone else is ever with him.
Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember? Stop the session, Mr. Asian. Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, there we go. I think we've uncovered the truth of what happened. We're a prick. Yeah, that was interesting. The story was, pretty good. It was interesting to see all the parts coming together. Yeah, so apart from the slight hiccup in the third episode, I still maintain that those dials on the microfiche machine should have been much more obvious. Because I can't believe that I'm the only one who knows what a machine is, but, aren't intimately familiar with them. So, yeah. And there was a few things that I typed in that just didn't seem to work. I don't know what that was. Maybe I misspelled something, but I'm sure I did. And it was unfortunate that at the end of the last episode we had a game-breaking bug right on the back of, that frustration. But, yeah, that aside, very good experience. Very interesting take on the walking simulator story revealing genre. I thought the first two episodes were brilliant fun. I loved them. The third episode was fun but kind of tedious, but once I figured out the machine, I enjoyed it more. Until the long walking bit, but I just don't like them in general. And that last episode was... it was fine. It was good. That was mostly just the revelation. And it all seemed to end quite abruptly, but, yeah, definitely good. I got this for like £3 and worth it for that. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible to change things, but I don't think so. I don't think there are different endings, but I might mess around on my own and see what happens. But for now, we're gonna finish, because we are finished, I suppose. So thank you so much for watching this Let's Play of Untold Stories. I hope you've enjoyed it as much, or even more than I have. If you like what you've seen, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, sub to the channel, share the video, that helps out a whole lot, and be sure to tune in to the next LP. See you then.